Hey everyone, I'm so excited for today's video. I have put together several fall-inspired DIYs that are simple, affordable, and add the perfect touch of fall. Even if you aren't quite ready to decorate for fall yet, I hope that you will get some inspiration and tuck these ideas away for when you are ready. Let's go ahead and get started. We are going to get started with some linen covered books. I had this old curtain that I had saved and I thought it would be perfect to use to cover these thrifted books. I cut out a rectangle that allowed for just over a 2-inch overhang on all of the sides of the book. I did iron the rectangle just a bit before I got started. I used Mod Podge for this project, and I started by adding some to the spine and adhering the book to the middle of the rectangle. I then attached the fabric to the cover of the book. You will want to pull the fabric taut and smooth it over the edge of the book. Next, you will need to make a few cuts on the corner of the book. I started with the outer corner and cut at an angle. This will make it easy to fold the corners of the fabric over the book. I also cut away the top layer of the fabric after I cut the corners so it wasn't too thick. You will also make 2 cuts at the spine of the book, both at an angle to allow you to fold the fabric cleanly over the spine. I cut this piece of fabric back some and then I use Mod Podge to secure. You will just repeat the same cuts for the front and the back of the book. I used my fingers just a little bit to tuck the fabric close to the spine of the book, and then you have a really nice, clean spine. Sticking with the theme of books, I have several little projects to share using a book I picked up at Dollar Tree. You can use any paperback book that you might have around the house for these projects. First, I am making these book page flowers, and there are endless possibilities for styling these. I started by tearing out a small stack of the pages. I used the top of a ball jar to trace 2 circles on the top page, and then you can cut out several circles at once by cutting out the whole stack together. Once you have several circles cut out, you will need a glass with a small opening. You start by folding the circles over the top of the glass and overlapping about 1/3 of each circle as you move around the glass. After you have the first layer down, you will want to use just a small amount of hot glue to secure the petals. You don't want to use too much because you still want the petals to be pliable. You continue the layering process all the way around the glass until you have the size of the flower that you want. I thought these flowers would be pretty on a wreath as bowl filler, and I even had the idea to make some more and use them as ornaments on my Christmas tree. Stay tuned to just a bit later in this video and I will show you how I style them. Once the flower is complete, you carefully remove the glass. This one book from Dollar Tree is making many different projects, and I have another one to show you here. This time I have a wooden leaf cut out, and I used a pencil to trace the outline of the leaf on one of the book pages. I then cut out several of the leaves. I then used some Mod Podge to attach the book page leaf to the top of the wooden leaf, and then I put a layer of Mod Podge on the top of it as well. Here on my channel, I try to share DIY projects that are simple, they don't have too many steps, and also don't require too many materials. So I really hope that you are getting some inspiration for the fall today. Once the leaves were completely dry, I went in with my favorite product, my brown antique wax, and I brushed the edges to make them look like they had a worn antique look to them. Again, you do not need very much of this product. A little goes a long way. I left some of the leaves without string, added ribbon to a few, and then glued 2 of them together and attached some twine to hang them. I had a couple different ideas to style these. First, I thought they could be pretty styled on a stack of books on a side table. They are just the perfect little accent pieces to add a bit of fall to small areas. Next, I paired them with the linen books on my entryway dresser and just added a few plain ones on top of the books. I love the vintage look of these, and it's such a subtle and simple fall touch without being too much. Of course, I had to share a little snapshot of my pretty dried hydrangeas. I just love how these look for fall with the beautiful green and the hint of pink. Next, we are headed into the living room to style a couple of these little projects together on the coffee table. First, I am starting with a cloche filled with dried sunflower heads from my garden. Now, I don't know if these will hold up for more than one season, but I will certainly let you know how they do. If this is not your thing, you could also place some dried hydrangeas or even old books would be really pretty inside the cloche as well. I have another smaller cloche that I am filling with the book page flowers. When I fill my cloches, I turn them over and fill them upside down, and then I put the bottom on and flip them right side up. It makes it much easier to fill that way. These cloches are new from the Hearth and Hand line at Target and were not a bad price in comparison to some of the others that I've seen. I shared this last week, but one of my favorite seasonal decorating tips is to open a book that you already have to a page with seasonal photographs. I added a book stand to give the book a bit of a different look. I have some other florals and stems in my living room, so I decided to skip putting an arrangement on my coffee table right now. I do like to style my coffee table, but I also try to keep usable space as well. I tried out the linen covered books paired with the cloches as well, and I think this is a very nice styling. I wanted to show you how you could style the cloches with some ribbon. I know ribbon is not everybody's cup of tea, so I wanted to show a version with some and without ribbon as well. To finish the grouping in this styling, I am adding in this wooden stamp I picked up at a local antique store in my area. I had one last idea for the book page leaves. This would be a great little accent piece in your kitchen. I am tying mine to my cake stand, but they would also be sweet on a peg rail or even tied on a basket for a small but impactful seasonal touch. We are still using that same book from Dollar Tree, and this time I am creating a small framed print. I am using a summer print that I already had in a frame to trace the size that I needed on the book page. I found some old stamps and I had a leaf, so I decided to stamp just a single leaf, but you could certainly be creative here and stamp as many as you wanted. This is such an easy project and it has a simple elegance to it that I just love. I first styled the print in my powder room up on a shelf that I have there, but I think that it could also be perfect as an accent piece on a small side table. I created this watercolor inspired print using ChatGPT, and I will link the video where I explain in depth how I do this, but I didn't go through the whole process here again. Definitely check out that video if you are curious how to do this. It is very simple. I thrifted these frames a while ago and they've been waiting for the right project. I finally decided I wanted to add a gallery wall in our stairway. First, I added some rub and buff to the frames to get rid of that yellow tone. You can use a paintbrush, but I find it easier to just put it on with some gloves. I downloaded some art from a public domain, and I will link the video here where I explain in depth my process for downloading the art, so be sure to check that out if you would like to see a full tutorial. I decided I wanted some fall inspired prints because I do like to change out some of the artwork in my home for the seasons, but you could certainly select season neutral prints. I mentioned in my last video, this year for fall I am leaning into more of a natural look, elements from nature like dried florals or items that I have forged and collected on my own. I enjoy the process of decorating my home like this, and I thought this bundle of eucalyptus would fit in perfectly with that. I tied some ribbon around it and added it to the blanket ladder in my bedroom, but I also thought that it would be perfect on a door, almost like a wreath. In this week's Cozy Chats, I wanted to thank some of you for your kind comments. I always enjoy reading comments and chatting with all of you. I appreciate the kind words you all share with me about my home. Thank you for being here week after week. I also wanted to share a quick garden update with you. Everything still looks so beautiful out here. My zinnias are gorgeous right now. I've had so many butterflies and even a goldfinch that have visited my garden lately. In next week's video, believe it or not, I have a couple more DIYs I didn't get to for this video, so I will be sharing those as well as some thrift projects and fall recipes. As always, I hope that you got some inspiration for your home from this video. If you love thrifting, easy DIY projects, and affordable decorating tips, I hope that you will subscribe and join me here every Friday. Thank you all for being here, and I will see you next week.